Hey, what's up, man? You're in Hollywood at the HollyShorts Film Festival, and I'm Mathew Modine, and you're not. Peace.
Matthew, how are you today?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
Well, thank you for joining us. Tell us what brings you to HollyShorts.
Well, I'm, in addition to them playing several of my short films, I'm being honored this evening. They're giving me a terrific honor of the Maverick Award.
Congratulations.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's quite an honor.
Tell us about some of your films that you have in the festival.
Well, the one that they're going to play tonight is a purposely provocative film called Jesus Was a Commie, which is it's a beautiful film, and the thing that's wonderful about Jesus Was a Commie is it's a film that starts a conversation. It's not a conversation ender. It's something that sparks a conversation, and it's an important film.
What was your inspiration behind a film like that, a provocative film like that?
Well, I think it's the inspiration behind all my films. There's a wonderful book called The Prophet by Kahlil Gibran, and he says we speak when we fail to be at peace with our thoughts. And the wonderful thing about making short films is it's an opportunity to as an individual, make a film, tell a story, and you don't need all of the machinery that you need for a big feature film. And so it gives you an opportunity to like make a painting, that's a very personal story, and so that's what my short films are, little sketches, short paintings.
Painting the picture.
Yeah.
Well, as you mentioned, you're being honored. Congratulations. What was like? What is that like? How honored do you feel to be?
What?
How great does that feel to be honored at a festival like this?
I mean, it's wonderful. It's always wonderful to be recognized for your work. And my son always makes fun of me when I say, "Oh, it's nothing." He goes, stop it. It really is something. That the fact that somebody's recognized the work that you've done and feels that it deserves some kind of recognition is a wonderful thing.
Well, you're very established in your career. Why short films? What motivates you to make short films?
There's another book by Henry Miller called Paint for Yourself and Die Happy. And when you make feature films, it's a very collaborative art form. There are many, many people involved in the decisions that go behind, sometimes every shot, sometimes every line that's in the film. And when you make a short film, it's an opportunity for you to paint for yourself, to do something that is very personal, and something that you're struggling with, something that you're struggling to understand, and sometimes making the short films are just that. There's something that you make for yourself that happens to find an audience of like-minded people who think that that's a very important film, and they're very happy that you made the movie.
What are some of the biggest differences you draw between short films and feature films?
My films are very personal. There's usually I shoot them myself. Sometimes I'm in them, but there's never more than 2 or 3 people involved in the making of the films. Most of my films are voiceover films because I'm just shooting them. I don't want to have a sound man there. I just want to have a personal relationship with the actor that's in the films, and
Yeah.
The smaller the better, because that keeps it being something that's very personal.
Any plans to make any of your short films into feature film?
No. My short film, short filmmaking is a very specific kind of art form. There are short films that are long short films, and some short films that you can imagine being made into feature films. But the art of short filmmaking is like writing short stories. There's a reason they're short stories, because that's what they're supposed to be, is short stories. And if you want to write a novel, that's a different ball of wax. Yeah.
Why do you think it's important to support these kinds of festivals?
Well, I think it's important to celebrate all short film festivals or film festivals in general, because it's opportunities, especially today, where distribution is so difficult. That is the most difficult aspect of filmmaking today is finding an audience for your film. And so for many filmmakers, film festivals are the only opportunity that they might have to find an audience and to help them grow as a filmmaker, to be recognized, like this honor that you're giving me this evening. I hope that I can parlay it into giving me greater credibility as a film director, as storyteller, and I've got 2 feature films. That's why I'm here in Los Angeles, is that I'm developing, and I hope to make those films.
If you could give one piece of advice to young aspiring actors, directors, writers, what would it be?
To do it. That particularly today, if you're a filmmaker, that there's equipment that's available, even your iPhone, to tell a story, learn visual storytelling. Don't pay attention to the rules of filmmaking, these screenwriting programs and stuff that tell you that by page 30 you have to have done this, and by page 60 you have to have done that. This was advice that Stanley Kubrick gave me, that he said, write, and things will find their own structure. Don't think that there has to be any kind of structure to filmmaking, because it's a new art form. It's an evolving art form, and all art forms should be subject to change, and because that's what makes it creative and inventive. So don't pay attention so much to those rules.
Break all the rules, right?
Break the rules.
Break the rules.
And if you're an actor,
just do it.
Yeah, I always tell actors, do it. That actors can be very lazy and think that they have to wait for an opportunity to work, and you don't have to. You can find a group of like-minded people and that want to be actors, and say, you know what, let's get together this week and read Hamlet. Let's and sit in a garage, and when you think it's really good, put some folding chairs in the driveway and open the garage door and do a performance. Because acting means doing, and you don't become a better actor by sitting around, going on auditions. You become a better actor by working and learning and developing your craft and understanding the history that creates the presence. I studied with a great teacher named Stella Adler, and she talked about pyramids. That the pyramids would not still be standing if the Egyptians didn't have an understanding of what a foundation is. That everything in life, a relationship, somebody that you love, the home that you live in, is built on a foundation. And as strong as you make that, then that will sustain the house. It will sustain the relationship. It will keep the pyramid standing after thousands of years. So when you go back and you read Shakespeare or Eugene O'Neill or Arthur Miller or Odets, these are the people that give us our present. There is no present without a past. And so the more that you can understand those artists, the more that you'll understand the craft that we have today. It'll make you richer, it'll make you smarter, it'll make you a greater artist. And so that's the advice I give young actors and young filmmakers.
Well, thank you so much, Mathew, for joining us.
My pleasure.